Hello Libra, here's a reading for you for May 2018, more or less the time when the Sun is in the sign of Taurus, which is already here. Yeah, but more or less it's May. Let's say it's May. As you know, energies doesn't come and go, sharply. They flow and they ebb and they mingle, they come and they go. So this reading is about energies. I don't think it's about the future. I don't think tarot predicts the future. I don't see it like that. I think it enables me to read energies, and energies are something you can work with, and that's beautiful because you can change energies. They change anyway, and you can also work with them to change them. So whatever you see here, take what resonates, take what's best for you, and leave the rest. And remember, the future isn't set in stone. Also remember that only you have control over your life, and never give it up to anyone or anything, especially a tarot reader. So this reading is for you if you have your sun, moon or rising sign in the beautiful, generous and just sign of Libra. Okay, let's begin. Please guide me for Libra. What do we have here? In the middle, the Seven of Swords. Also Capricorn headed, as far as I can remember. Seven of Swords. In your head, crowning your reading, we have King of Wands. Fire. Fire. In the past, the Empress. Your challenge or difficulty is Two of Swords. Yeah, that's very Libra card. The moon in Libra. Pay attention what's going on when during the full moon in Scorpio. I have this feeling that something is going on then, because we have full moon here. What's the answer to your challenge? The Queen of Wands. So lots of fire. You have a queen and you have a king in your reading. What's your strength? The Chariot. So overcoming obstacles. Yeah, baby, that's good. What should you focus on? A Three of Cups. And the last card, which can be an outcome, but it doesn't have to be. It also can be an advice or an insight. The Tower. Ooh, hoo, hoo, big time. Don't be afraid. Please don't be afraid of the Tower. Don't be afraid of Seven of Swords. Don't be afraid of two of Swords. Each and every energy depicted in tarot is something necessary. It is needed in life. Everything we experience is needed for us to become what we can be. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Three of Pentacles. Work. That's the background energy somewhat pervading this reading. So there can be a work here, especially that you have three threes in your reading. Three, the Empress and Three of Cups. So it can also be about collaboration and creating something together with people, because Three of Pentacles is also a card of collaboration and making something together with people and creating something more than two, Let me look at this. It seems like there are two opposing forces here. The force of the mind, that is very much yours, and the force of creation, here and here also in the Tower. Although the Tower is a destructive card, but it doesn't mean negative. Pay attention to the difference between those two adjectives. Destructive doesn't mean negative. Okay, we'll start from this, from the very end, the Tower. Because one of the major arcanas in your reading, you have 3 major arcanas, that's a lot for these readings. The Tower, I know this card is notorious among tarot readers, but really, it's a beautiful card. It's a card of Mars, so it is about expansion. Destroying the boundaries of your world and making them wider. That's what the expansion is. During this time, when Uranus is entering the sign of Taurus, this card may also depict sudden changes connected with Uranus. But these changes are liberating. This is what's most important in the Tower. The Tower is a kind of prison. You don't want to stick in a prison all your life. You don't want to live there. The Tower is too narrow for you. And if you don't do anything to get yourself free from this, then the lightning comes and sets you free, whether you like it or not. The best thing you can do is escape from the ruins, escape this demolishing power, and enjoy life, because now you're free. That's a revolutionary card too. So there's revolution here. In some traditional decks, you can see little spots, little circles in this card. And some people say confetti. So there's this festive feeling also to this. And one more thing. I was talking about the destructive character of this. But it's also very creative. That's always the reverse of being destructive, being constructive, creating something. This is a phallic symbol, and phallic symbol is always about creativity, creating a new life. Also, the lightning is coming into the Tower, like impregnating it with something new. So something new is being perhaps not born here, but conceived, definitely. Something new is conceived here. Sorry for the noises. And I feel this card appears to show you the circumstances. And perhaps this creative force emerging here and here. Perhaps it's part of you. Perhaps these are other people entering your life and bringing something new and impregnating you with ideas for you to create something more. Especially that the Empress is in the past. So you already know this creative force, creative energy. Very tangible, very connected to the earth. Not flying in the clouds, but really growing from earth, palpable things, sometimes too material even, but not necessarily. She's the abundant one. She has the Venus symbol on her chest. Venus is going to enter Gemini. But Venus is also connected with Taurus, and we are in a Taurus time. So you already know this creative urge, I would say. But you appear as 7 of Swords. So there is mind working here, definitely. The mind is working. The mind is trying to find a solution. I won't say a wise one, a smart one, a witty one, you know. That's not a bad card at all. 7 is about work, so your mind is working. And sometimes it creates solutions that aren't obvious, especially for majorities of people. You know what I mean. But it doesn't mean you have to be mischievous. No. It just can be smart. It can be original. It can be something that nobody has ever thought of before. Why? You don't know. But you did. And that's the most important, that you did. So there is a solution here. It can be a shortcut, and it can be a dangerous one. So with Seven of Swords, I always ask people to check their values. Do you stay true to your values doing this? If you do, proceed. If you don't, stop. The values are core thing here in this card. Because you can do things that are non-conformistic. And people will look at you and say, oh, you're strange, this is strange. But nobody does it. Why do you do it? Why would you do it? But it doesn't really matter. Well, perhaps for you it matters. Because you're a Libra and you're trying to keep everything in balance. But perhaps this situation requires something quirky, something like an Aquarius mode, something very original. But you're agonizing over this, and that's the obstacle. Because you have the power to move, definitely. You have the power to move. And that's in your head, that's crowning your reading. So this is who you want to be. The King of Wands. The Master of Fire. The Master of Creation. He who can create without burning anything, anyone, and himself. Entrepreneur, a leader, charismatic person. That's who you want to be. But to be like this, you cannot hesitate. You cannot agonize over a decision. You cannot remain in a stalemate. That's an interesting card. She's sitting under this full moon, hands crossed on her heart, and also swords crossed on her heart. So her heart is closed. Her eyes are not seeing anything because she's blindfolded. Because she wants to be. The mind and the heart don't speak the same here. They're not on the same page. So she's trying to ease her mind to listen to her heart. But her heart isn't speaking too. What I see here is whatever you conceived here in your mind, don't agonize over it. Make a decision whether to do it or not, but make a decision. And then leave it. Leave it behind. Don't let it spoil your time. Because the answer to this challenge, what to do with this challenge, you have Queen of Wands. And this is the repetition of this energy. So that's why I said there's this tension between two opposing forces, the force of the mind and the force of the heart, the passion. Your mind is telling you to, think, ruminate. And the passion is saying, it's already done, we have already started. Let's do it, let's proceed. Let's proceed, says the Queen of Wands. Another charismatic and magnetic one. Very much in the present, very much appreciating the world around her. Beautiful energy. Yeah, and she's looking forward to the Chariot, and that's your force, and I'm happy to see it. Because the Chariot always speaks about merging different energies. We have the white horse and a black horse here. And only together they can put this machine in motion. Moving forwards, moving over obstacles. So you will, because your willpower here, the passion that drives you, is too big for these Two of Swords. You may hesitate, but you will move forward. Just, I think what you need to do is accept that sometimes there are things we hesitate on, we hesitate over, we hesitate about, I don't know. And the best we can do is not do it too long. Just leave this energy behind. Okay? Pay attention. At the end of April, there's this full moon in Taurus. Pay attention to this. What's happening there? What do you hesitate about? Okay? What should you focus on? Three of Cups. I feel this is being with others, not being alone, and being happy with others. Celebrating something. Whatever was conceived here, whatever you're working on, whatever idea was planted and is growing, don't hesitate to be happy about it. Don't hesitate to share this happiness with your friends. Don't hesitate to be with others, to share your love, to share your passion with others. It's a very joyous card in the end. So what I feel here is that these mind games are mostly projections. Perhaps you need to accept that some things need to be left behind, even if it's a loss. That's what I feel here and what I hear. Because this is not an accident. It's not this is not incidental that he's leaving Two Swords behind. And these are these Two Swords. You need to leave this behind. In order to have Five Swords, you need to leave those Two Swords behind, those hesitations. Because if you don't, you won't escape the situation. That's very graphic. But it seems in point. It seems very accurate. Okay. 7 and 7, 3, 3, 3. Okay. Let me take one more card for you from Shamanic Healing Oracle for Libra. Just one card for Libra from Shamanic Healing Oracle for May 2018. Please show me one card for Libra for May 2018. What's this one? Movement into balance. Yeah, that's you. Number 1. The sun balances the moon just as the earth, the water, and the sky remain in precious balance. So, you are moving from unbalanced ideas and lifestyles into a more balanced way of being. A situation may call for some tweaking to adjust into a balanced mode. Look at the energy and emotions you are putting out into the universe, your world, your relationships, or goals. Balance that with the energy you are allowing yourself to receive. The body inherently tries to maintain a state of balance, so do our souls. If you are not receiving enough, you may be unconsciously giving more to restore a perceived balanced state. Step out of that automatic response and listen to your guides and your soul for what this situation truly warrants. Okay, that's the message for you from Shamanic Healing. I hope it all makes sense to you. I hope you'll find your momentum and your joy during this month of May. Thank you for being here with me. I wish you a wonderful month. Bless you, and bye-bye. See you next month.